Why are you trying to be the anomaly? Why are you trying to be the one person who's going to go accomplish all their goals and dreams without setting real goals? Hey, what's up guys? My name is Steve Holbrook. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm excited for today's episode and I hope you are too. Just before we get started, please make sure to like this, share it, comment, give it some love, and I promise you I'll continue to bring great content. Today we are talking about how to set goals and achieve them. You know, setting goals seems to be a buzzword on social media, amongst my friend groups, probably amongst your friend groups. Everybody talks about setting goals, yet why is it that so many people are unsuccessful at so many different things? Look, there was a study that was done at Harvard in 1979, and a group of interviewers sat down with a bunch of graduates, and they interviewed those graduates. And what they found with regards to goals was that 86% of the graduates that year had set no goals moving forward. 13% of the group had said they set goals, but they did not commit them to paper. So they had some ideas of what they wanted to accomplish, but they didn't put them down on paper. And only 3% of the graduates they interviewed from Harvard, 3% had goals, committed them to paper, and had made arrangements to go ahead and accomplish them. Check this out. 10 years later, in 1989, interviewers interviewed the same group of people, and here's what they found. With regards to the 13% that had goals but hadn't put them down on paper, they were making on average twice as much as the 86% were. Twice as much as the average person in the 86%. But remember the 3%? The 3% that set goals, had them on paper, and made arrangements? What they found about that 3%, they were making more money than the other 97% of people combined. What does that tell you? It tells you that it doesn't matter if you graduated from Harvard, it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter what your background is. If you want to accomplish something, the fastest way to accomplish something, the best way, the most fulfilling way is to set powerful, meaningful, powerful goals and actually achieve them. So today, you guys are in for a treat because today I'm going to give you 5 keys to setting goals and actually achieve them. You ready? Let's get started. Number 1, set specific goals. Don't leave your goals too vague. You need to define them. People say, I want to make more money. What does that mean? I want to lose more weight. What does that mean? A lot of people have a goal to be happier, healthier. You have to get specific. The more specific that you can get with your goals, the higher likelihood you have to actually achieving it. You need to define it. There's so many reasons why this is important, okay? But the more specific, I could do an entire YouTube episode and I might, but the more specific you can make your goal, the more tangible, the more you can define it, the better off you're gonna be throughout the process. Number 2, set short-term and long-term goals at the same time. If you only have long-term goals, then a lot of times those goals are so far out and the pace that you need to set to accomplish that goal, you'll never get on that pace. So a lot of people, they have these pie in the sky long-term goals, but they have no specific game plan to make it happen. I love setting long-term goals, right? It's gonna be so great when in 5 years, 10 years, you build that life, you build it on paper, you build the vision board, but you gotta bring it back short-term. Your short-term goals are the building blocks that you're gonna build on to help to get to that long-term dream. My short-term goals, my 4-week goal, my 8-week goal, my 12-week goal, these are the dominoes. These are the next dominoes that I have to knock over, right? So that long-term, I'm gonna get that big domino down the road. So the long-term goal kind of sells me the dream, reminds me where we're going, right? I can spend a bunch of money on paper that I haven't made yet, right? I can dream about making that money. I can dream about having that, that lifestyle or that relationship or whatever it is that's important to you. But setting the short-term goals helps you focus on the small pieces every day, the day-to-day pieces, right? Think of the vision as the long-term vision. The long-term plan is kind of the war that you want to win, right? When the war is over, things are going to be like blank. But the mission is the day-to-day. The mission is the short-term goals, right? Flank right, flank left. That's the day-to-day stuff. Number 3, surround yourself with the right people. You have to surround yourself with the right people. You're becoming the people that you hang around the most. So you want to be around people that have the same or similar goals as you. But you also want to get around people that have already accomplished those goals. Because that's the key. If you can get around people that have already achieved the goals that you're chasing, then those people already have the habits down. So if you can hang around them and start to emulate them and have their lifestyle and have their mindset, then one day you're going to have their business and you're going to have their relationship and you're going to have their health, right? Depending, obviously, different people have different genetics, but overall, if you're hanging around people that are on the same path or have been all the way down the path, there's a way higher likelihood that you're going to become that person and achieve your goals. Number 4, set milestone markers. So you have a long-term plan, you have a short-term plan, but in there you're going to have some milestones. Maybe it's when you make your first 100,000 in business, right? Maybe it's when you make your first million in business. Maybe it's when you want to lose 100 pounds, but maybe the first milestone marker is your first 10 pounds. What a big deal the first 10 pounds are when on your journey to lose 100 pounds. So you set that milestone marker, and I want to give you permission to acknowledge the milestone and celebrate within reason. Don't go off track. Don't do anything that's going to get you off plan. But for me, I have these milestone markers in my business, and when I achieve something in my business, right, I set little milestone goals. So for example, I'll take my wife to the mountains for a night because we live close to the mountains. For you, it might be something different. You might be purchasing yourself a set of personal development books, or maybe you get to go to that Tony Robbins course that you've always dreamed of, right? Once you hit that milestone marker. So I want you to set milestone markers along the way. I want you to acknowledge the small wins. I want you to celebrate them a little bit to anchor them, right? And then I want you to be chasing the next milestone. Number 5, write your goals down and review them daily. There is no way that I would have the life that I have, the business that I have, the health that I look around, right? The more I think of it, I would have hardly anything that I have around me today had I not written it down and reviewed it on a daily basis. So if that's true of me, then why are you trying to get lucky? Why are you trying to be the anomaly? Why are you trying to be the one person who's going to go accomplish all their goals and dreams without setting real goals? Without writing them down on paper, without reading them daily? Man, I just don't want to leave it to chance. My game plan is not to try and get lucky. I want to build my life according to plan. I want to be as specific as I possibly can. I don't believe in my heart that I'm just going to wake up every single day, have no setbacks, right? Be emotionally stable and just cruise towards my long-term goal. I believe Steve Holbrook needs to have specific goals, needs to have them down on paper, and needs to review them daily. And I believe that is the only way, that I'm going to have the life that I feel like I deserve to have. And I believe that's true about you. So, with that said, I hope you guys got value out of those 5. Please take some time, leave me a comment, like the episode, share it with your team, and I'll tell you what, thank you so much for plugging in today, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks, guys.